Hello Peaches, so I'm sitting here right now because I only need to film an intro and then the rest of the video will be like pictures and a voiceover, so I didn't want to move everything around so I can film by my normal background. So my hair is crazy today. I don't think you can see it that well on the camera actually. It's so poofy because yesterday I curled it by just making some braids and it looked amazing, and then today I had to brush it out because my hair gets very knotty and if I don't brush it out it will just die. So I had to brush it out today and it just poofed up, and I don't know. I know it doesn't look like good, but I decided to wear my round glasses with it to kind of fully embrace the whole crazy mad scientist kind of look and vibes that I got from this hair. I don't know, I do think it looks kind of fun, kind of cool. But anyway, this video is going to be about my style evolution. As some of you guys know, I have been going through quite a lot of styles. Like, the longer you've been on my channel, the more styles you have seen. I have had so many styles and so many style things, experiences, style influences, that's the word I'm looking for. Like, I've just been all over the place. So I decided to make a video about it, but I do want to say I have seen quite a few style evolution videos, and most of them is like, oh, then I was like normal, then I was scene, then I was goth, and then I was this. You know, but that's not what this is going to be, because that's not what I was. I was all over the place, back and forth. So yeah, I was here, and then I was here, and then I was here, and then here, and here, and here, and here. I don't even know what happened to my style. Like, I went so much back and forth between a bunch of different styles and did them in a bunch of different ways. So this video might be a little bit confusing at times. I will try and explain it as well as possible, and also obviously show you pictures. Stop texting me. But it is going to be a little bit more confusing and back and forth than a lot of other style evolution videos I've seen. So hopefully you're up for that. I mean, it makes it kind of interesting then, I guess. And I decided to do this as a voiceover, just because then you could see the pictures in full screen and as much detail as possible, and then I wouldn't have to sit here and react and have to record the screen and record me and everything. It's easier for me to do it this way as well. And the last thing I want to say before starting, I have made a reaction video a while ago where I react to my teenage photos. So there are a few of those pictures in that video that you will see in this video as well. But I tried picking the ones you haven't seen and tried picking some other ones, but I still had to include some of them to show my style. But you know, if you haven't watched that video, then this is all new for you. And if you have watched that video, this is still going to be new and informative, because I'm talking about things in this video that I didn't do in that video, because the other video was just reaction to my pictures, not my style. So I really hope you will enjoy it. And cringe a little bit with me at all these pictures, because I definitely cringed when I had to find them. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're starting off strong with 15-year-old me. I was kind of random, kind of punk inspired, I guess. A little bit alternative, but in my own way. It didn't belong to any style. I had my bright red hair, I wore blue mascara sometimes, and then I had made these earrings, as you could see on the first picture, that I made out of Barbie hands. And then I just wore, like, sometimes I wore completely black and tried to be goth, and other times I just wore very colorful and very weird things. And that actually continued for quite a long time. And sometimes it was like weird and colorful, kind of hippie inspired almost. And other times it was more like tomboy. As you can see on this picture, I'm wearing a hoodie with Iron Maiden on it, and then just some weird checkered pants, I think you call them. So you know, it was kind of weird. And this photo, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but I'm wearing a very, very oversized t-shirt and then some ripped jeans, and that's it. So I was very like casual, kind of boyish sometimes, because I didn't like my body, so everything I wore were kind of loose fitting. But it still had like a punky kind of twist to it, I guess. And look at that High School Musical pillow in the background. Do I still have that? I kind of hope that I still have that. So yeah, my style was kind of all over the place, as you can see in these photos. Nothing really matched that well. Especially this one, I hate this one so much. Like the pink skirt and the red t-shirt, like nothing matched. Everything just had to be colorful and weird and not matching at all. Then I slowly started to match things, and I slowly started to wear things that actually fit me. For a little while at least. Especially on this photo, I actually really like this look. I'm wearing kind of a tight dress, not like super tight of course. And then the flannel I'm wearing is matching my rain boots pretty well. So I do think it's kind of cute. It is still a little bit weird and out there, and a little too many patterns and things going on, but it is still very cute. And this is when I started to learn a little bit that you have to match something. But yeah, I kind of forgot it sometimes, as you can see. Went very over the top, and then especially at the end of this year, this school year, I went very boyish. Always wore hoodies and caps, beanies, oversized t-shirts and men's pants. I'm not sure why, I just really liked that style at the time, and also because I did have some body issues at that time. Because, you know, I was a teenager and my body was changing. But even though I was boyish, I still was kind of random. As you can see, these were the shoes I wore pretty much every day. So yeah, I still had the randomness in me. And then came the scene days. Oh my god, this is amazing. So I started dyeing my hair and styling it in this crazy spiky way and wearing a bunch of bracelets at once. But the clothes in the beginning of my scene days wasn't really that scene, as you can see on this photo. It was what I have been wearing for the last few years, you know, boyish and loose, but very random and colorful. I'm not sure well you can see it, but I'm wearing an oversized Smosh t-shirt because I had discovered YouTube at that time, and I'm wearing men's shorts that go down to the knees, and then underneath those I'm wearing some purple tights. So very weird outfit, not very seen, but my hair and makeup and jewelry things were pretty much inspired by scene kids, and you know, this was my early scene days, so I know that it wasn't completely good. But you know, I slowly started getting better at the scene thing with the hair and also with the outfits. I don't have any outfit shots from my scene days, but you know, that's how it is. Then I got a mohawk, so I actually did have a small break from scene when I had my mohawk. I still wore the clothes and the makeup, but it wasn't until my mohawk started to grow out a little bit that I could do the scene hair again with extension in it, and these extensions are like shit and looks terrible, but that was the best I could do. Then I discovered J-fashion. These photos are very cringe, very horrible J-fashion. I discovered Lolita and I thought that this was gothic Lolita, which it totally wasn't. And then this photo is the worst. I tried doing like a cute schoolgirl kind of look with the clothes I had at home. I don't know, it was horrible. So I quickly realized that I wasn't that great at it, so I stopped doing it for a while. Then I discovered Rockabilly a little bit, and it also didn't take long before I kind of gave up on that as well, because as you can see on these photos, I wasn't really that great at it and I didn't have anything home. I don't know, I was just trying to find myself at this point. As you can see, I went a lot like scene, then mohawk, punk, then scene again, then cute, then Lolita, then kawaii, then rockabilly, and then back to scene again, as you can see on this photo. I don't know, I was trying to discover myself, find my own style, so I switched it every single day almost. But I went back to scene here because I did feel very comfortable in it. I do think it suited me very well. And spoiler alert, this is not the last scene picture you will see of me. It is for now, but later in the video you will see some more scene pictures, so don't worry about that. I did get back to scene later on. So I shaved my head, and this wasn't like, you know, a lot of times when I hear people shaving their head, it's like, oh, it's always been my dream, and like fighting against the women beauty standards, and I just needed a change in my life because I've been through something. And if you do that, that's awesome, if you do it for those reasons. So when I shaved my head, a lot of people were like, and still now when they see this picture, they're like, why did you do it? Was it like a big change in your life? And I was like, no, like the reason I shaved my head was because I had damaged it so much during my scene days. As you could see on the last few photos, it has been many colors, so I had to shave it off because it was starting to fall off by itself. So I decided to just do it, just shave all of it off, and I actually really loved it. I do think it suits me very well. I don't think I will ever do it again, well, never say never, but you know, I do prefer having long hair, also because you can do more with it, but I definitely think I suit short hair. So yeah, that happened, and at that time my scene days also kind of stopped a little bit, because, you know, when you don't have hair, it's hard to be seen, because scene is a lot about the hair. I kind of rediscovered the whole kawaii scene and J fashions, and this, oh my god, this was my first attempt of, well, not my very first attempt, but it was one of the first attempts of Lolita. It was the first time I wore it outside, and I know it's not Lolita at all. This is like a classic example of an Ida. Then I actually started getting pretty much better at it. I do think at this point, I know I wasn't 100% classic, well, not classic Lolita, I was sweet Lolita, but you know what I mean, like the perfect Lolita. There were a few rules I didn't follow 100%. Especially also because I do have tattoos, but with every single style I've ever had in my life, I always added my own twist to it. So I know that a lot of these photos, even though I'm saying I do think they are very Lolita, this is the most Lolita I felt, I know they're not completely 100% Lolita because I always added my own twist to every style I've been wearing, and I also did that with Lolita. I didn't do it as much as I've done with other styles because the rules are a little more harsh in Lolita, I guess. But there are a few elements here that you wouldn't normally categorize as Lolita, but I loved them, I loved wearing it, so I didn't really care that much. And I do think it suited me the way I did it back then, and I kind of miss it. Look at this with the cat ears. You know, that's another thing, like Lolita shouldn't wear cat ears, and I'm not wearing a shirt under that dress. It's a jumper skirt with short sleeves. That's also a rule broken, but I thought it was cute. It was Lolita inspired with a twist of my own style, I guess. And I really loved it. I really think I suited it. I really, really loved wearing Lolita. It made me feel so amazing, so cute, nostalgic in a way, because it reminded me of the days I wore princess dresses when I was a child. So yeah, they're kind of cringe to look at now sometimes, some of the photos, because I realize, especially this one, it's like my first time trying over the top Lolita. And I know, yeah, this didn't work out that great, but ignore that and moving on. But I did really love wearing Lolita, and I do think some of the outfits I did actually worked out pretty well. So yeah, I just continued wearing Lolita and just in general cute J fashion inspired outfits. This is a photo shoot I did with my dad, and again, I know there are a few rules I'm breaking. I'm not wearing any socks and stuff like that. But again, this is my own take on Lolita, and I actually think these photos turned out pretty great. Especially the last ones where I'm wearing this blue dress. I just think they're gorgeous, and I really love this outfit, even though you wouldn't normally classify it as Lolita, I guess. But it's Lolita inspired, I guess. I think it's very cute. I did try doing some gothic Lolita, or not gothic Lolita, but just gothic. But I kind of strayed away from that because I hadn't gotten all my cute kawaii things out of the system yet. But at this point I also didn't want to wear Lolita anymore, so I decided to wear, you know, just pastel fashion, just very cute colors with flowers and bows and pastel colors and everything. So that was kind of my style for a little bit, not that long. Then I started wearing kind of gothic. I'm not really sure, like this outfit I absolutely love, and I do think I still have it actually. Maybe I should try it on. But I really love it. I'm not sure if you can call it gothic because it's white, but I guess it's white goth inspired. I don't know what to call it, but alternative, not to the cutesy side. So I kind of strayed away from the cute things. I did, before going completely away from the cute things, I did have a try at Decora, but yeah, that was a fail. I only did this for like 2 days and then was like, alright, fuck this shit. It's really cute on others, but no, not me. And then I slowly started getting back into the alternative scene, the darker alternative scene, I would say, because J fashion is also alternative. So I started becoming kind of scene again. The scene girl came back. I promised you guys that this wasn't the last scene pictures you have seen of me. So yeah, I started getting more piercings. I actually started getting quite a lot, and I love them. I kind of miss them sometimes. And I started dyeing my hair again in these crazy colors, and I started styling it. This photo will haunt me for the rest of my life. I swear to God, this is like Oh my god. This is the ultimate scene kit. This is the most seen I've ever been, and I was so happy that day because my hair was like so seen. So yeah, I started getting a little bit seen again, and then I kind of stopped a little bit, but I was still, you know, I guess I was scene inspired, but I don't really know exactly what to call it. And I started getting these contact lenses, colored contacts. I discovered that, so I started doing my makeup very cute again. Very big eyes, very cute, but I still, you know, I kept the piercings. I usually did my hair just straight, not scene straight, but just, you know, straight, and then wore a little bit alternative clothing, not that much. Then I did start doing a little more, you know, black around the eyes, a little, you know, some black chokers and everything. And I started putting my dreads in for the first time. This was not good because this was not the right color and I couldn't braid it right, which is also why I'm wearing a beanie. And I just started becoming more alternative again at this point. I tried some gothic, like elegant goth, but you know, it just didn't work out for every day because the only thing I had was this corset dress. And then I cut my hair a little bit so it was just straight across. I know this is a charming photo of me. And then I dyed it red. And you know, I had a very short period where it was just like very simple, not a lot going on with my makeup. My hair was just straight across and my outfit was very boring usually. But then I again got more alternative. I was going very back and forth between kind of boring and alternative, then kawaii, then alternative, then goth, then, you know, I don't know, I went a lot back and forth. But then I discovered Adora Bad Brat on YouTube, and that's when I started, you know, using my dreadlock extensions in another way so I could take them off and put them in every single day instead of having to braid them in and have them for, you know, a lot of days. So I made some extensions I could just tie around my hair, and then I did some crazy makeup. I absolutely love these kind of makeup looks, especially this one. It's not something I would wear every day anymore, but if I'm doing a photo shoot someday, I don't know, then maybe this could be cool. But this was something I wore every day, and not for a long time actually. It was only for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks or something I did this, because then I realized, holy shit, this takes a lot of time. I still love Adora Bad Brat on YouTube though, and Instagram, but girl, that shit takes too long. So yeah, I had to go with some crazy makeup looks, and then I kind of toned it down. I started experimenting with more eyeshadow, whereas before I just went crazy with my eyeliner drawing things on my face, but here I started, you know, trying more with eyeshadow and eyeshadow colors. Just makeup colors in general, but my outfits were very simple. I didn't really have a style at this point. I was focusing on my makeup, and then my clothes was just pretty simple. And my hair also, it changed colors quite a lot at this point as well, but it was still, you know, in the simple end. I didn't do any crazy hairstyles. At this point I actually also had very short hair. I had like a buzz cut and then just my bangs, so I couldn't do anything crazy. And my outfits were just pretty boring. And at this point I started to discover some more J fashions that I hadn't really been into before. So I tried a little bit around with that. It wasn't something I wore for every day. I did wear it only for meetups, but you know, I did try it. This is actually an outfit inspired by like K-pop stars in a way, I guess. I don't really know how great it is, but you know, it's pretty cool, I guess. Then I started getting gothic again after a short period of time where I just kind of boring but a lot of fun makeup looks with a lot of colors. I decided to go more just dark and black, and I got my black dreadlocks in. Absolutely love them. And you know, not as crazy makeup looks as when I was in my Adora Bad Brat period of time, but still a little bit inspired by her, you know, just a little simpler, a little everyday looks. I started wearing a lot of dark lipstick at this point, like every day, and I dyed my hair completely black, as you can see. And this is when the eyebrows came off. So the first time, as you can see, it took a little bit of practice to draw them on like this. I do love these kind of eyebrows to some people. I do also think they suited me kind of, but I don't think it's something I would ever do again, just because it takes a long time. I'm a very lazy person, so if I have to do something like this every day, no matter what, then no thanks. But I do think they look kind of cool, and at this point I was also very gothic. I started wearing very like long gothic dresses and cardigans over it, just a lot of layers and long black things. That sounded dirty. Anyway, then I had a very short period of time where I tried being a little more simple but still kind of gothic. I dyed my hair blonde. My eyebrows hadn't grown completely black, as you can see, so ignore those. And I did wear black, and I did wear like bat shoes and my gothic backpack, but you know, just shorts and a t-shirt, you know. And I think the reason why I did this was because I started in school again at this point, and I never cared what people said or think. But for some reason at this point in my life, I was just like, I don't even know. I was so nervous about starting in school again. I've never been this nervous about it. So I think I just really need to make a good impression for some reason, and I really hate myself for having felt that way, because it's totally not my personality. I don't know what happened. I just really felt the need to tone it down a little bit for the sake of maybe making some friends in school. I don't know. I'm so disappointed that I ever felt that way. Anyway, as I said, that didn't last long, so I went back to the goth. Very witchy kind of goth. This was the point where I started watching American Horror Story, season 3, Coven, which I love. And you know, that very inspired me to have these long dresses and big black hats. And then I focused a little bit more on piercings. Again, I got my snake bites and I stretched my septum piercing to become pretty big for a little while. And then again, I kind of toned it down a little bit. I don't think it's because I was pressured to it, because at this point I don't think I was in school. I just think it was because I didn't do anything. I wasn't in school. I didn't have anything to do every day, so I just stayed at home for the most time. So I didn't really have a style. I didn't want to go over the top because I didn't have anything to do with it. So as you can see here, this was pretty much my style back then. Just a sweater and then some black pants. That was it. And then I discovered dreadlocks. I still had the same kind of simple gothic inspired style, but then with dreadlocks. I absolutely love these dreadlocks. I do miss them. I have some of them still, especially these ones. I have them, and I've been thinking about putting them in again very soon, so maybe you'll see that in not that long. I really love them. So yeah, I played around with that for a little while, as you've probably also seen on my YouTube channel. And then I discovered I needed glasses, because apparently I couldn't see anything. I can see something, but lately my vision had started to, you know, not be that great. Everything started to get blurry, so I needed glasses. And I was kind of upset about it at first, because it just ruins a lot of looks, I thought. But you know, I did actually manage to do some pretty awesome looks with the glasses, and I have accepted them now and love them now. And I was still kind of casual, but I started getting more into like more gothic and more over the top, with more jewelries and more makeup and stuff. And this photo is just to show you that I still sometimes, in between days, sometimes I wore J-fashion, kawaii pink stuff, because at this point I did really still love it. It's not something I wore every day, but when we went to meetups, I would wear something like this. This was when we were going to the Barbie museum here in Denmark, and I love this look so much. I tried kind of looking like Barbie, like a nerdy Barbie, because I had my glasses. I really absolutely love this look. So yeah, this is not something I wore every day, but it's still a part of my style history, because it is something I have been wearing a lot in that time period when I went to meetups. And a style that I really love. Just J-fashion in general. And here's a picture of me in Lolita, because I did also wear Lolita at that time, but only for meetups. So yeah, this is just to prove that I never really been able to keep to one style, because even though I was in my goth period and with dreadlocks, I still sometimes wore Lolita and kawaii fashion. And here I got some extensions. These are really cool. And this is where I really started getting back into really gothic looks. This was my makeup look for Gay Pride, which was so awesome. I'm like so proud of myself for doing this look. It looks amazing. But yeah, here we are pretty much at what I am now, which is some days it's like this, very elegant goth with long dresses and very dark colors. Sometimes it's like this, kind of 90s inspired. I actually started recently. This was one of my first attempts to it, where I curled my hair or crept my hair or whatever it's called. And my outfit you can't really see. And you know, sometimes just colorful fun, but still very gothic because I wear mostly black. So that's my style now. It is goth. I would say like my style is goth. It's just several different kinds of goth, and always with my own kind of twist to it. I don't think any of my goth styles actually fit any goth style out there. But yeah, I would consider myself gothic now, and just in my own way. And it changes from day to day. Sometimes I'm elegant goth, sometimes I'm cute goth, sometimes I'm very casual. You never know. And yeah, this is what I look like right now. Well, not right now, but you know, I took this picture a few days ago, now when I'm filming this video. So yeah, that was it for my style evolution. So yeah, that was actually just the video. Press the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, and thank you for watching.